Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Nathan Hager, and we're joined by Bloomberg's Kriti Gupta on a morning with a lot of green on the screen, led by chip stocks. Kriti, on some news that could be coming from the White House. Good morning.
Good morning, Nathan. Yeah, let's start with the chip stocks, which are moving quite a bit. They're your biggest volume movers to the upside this morning. We'll kick it off with Nvidia. It's the easy one there. NVDA is your ticker, trading at $119 a share, higher by about 1.7% this morning. It is seeing the most volume in the pre-market. You're seeing it followed right on its heels by Intel. INTC is your ticker, trading higher by almost 4%. So quite the win here for Intel. And it feels like a lot of the gains are based on kind of just how much domestic exposure you actually have. So I think this is interesting why Intel is moving so much higher than some of its counterparts. I'll throw in Advanced Micro Devices in there as well, Nathan. AMD higher by about $102 a share. Trading at $102 a share. Higher by about 1.8%. Apologies for that. And also the likes of some of the other big tech names as well that are heavily reliant on that chip story and the AI story I should mention as well. So Alphabet, Apple, Amazon, all taking, getting, I should say, a little bit of a boost this morning. We should mention ARM as well because they came out with some of their numbers. So this is, of course, a British company listed in the United States. ARM is the ticker. I believe it's the only or the largest graphic design company for chips around the world. And this is going to be a really crucial one because traditionally it doesn't actually always move in line with some of the chip stocks as well. But it looks like they're talking about a series of price targets drops across the board. JP Morgan, for example, moving it from 175 to 150. And they're not alone. Wells Fargo from 150 to 145. So ARM Holdings this morning, ARM is your ticker, taking quite a beating on the street. And I'm just looking at the pre-market move here as well. Also taking a beating in the pre-market, down about 9%, trading at $113 a share. Nathan, that is your kind of tech wrap there. I'm going to make a hard pivot, if I can, to the steel story. So Cleveland-Cliffs very much in focus this morning. CLF is your ticker, down about 7%, trading just shy of $8 a share. And it looks like they are talking about a bigger than expected first quarter loss. They're on their estimates here. They're pausing operations on several of their plants. They're warning about that lower revenue. We know that this has been a sector that has been under some scrutiny for quite some time. So keep an eye on Cleveland-Cliffs. Another major volume mover to the downside, I should mention, is Fortinet. Now, this is really important because they are talking about some very high expectations, very high bar that they had to meet this morning, down by as much as 11% in the pre-market. Cybersecurity stocks on a day where the tech story is leading, not doing so well because of this. Look at the product sales growth forecast missing Wall Street expectations and coming in lower than expected. So usually like some FTNT down something like 11%. And Nathan, I think by popular demand, I've been told to talk about donuts, which I don't often do in this segment, but we'll do it anyway. Let's talk about Krispy Kreme here. DNUT is the ticker. It looks like their net revenue missed estimates. I'm trying to look at some of the nuance here, Nathan. Maybe you can help me out. But basically,
well, they're not paying a dividend. They're ending their partnership with McDonald's, and they're withdrawing their guidance. So that's a triple whammy for you.
Oh, easy. See, you nailed it. I was about to say that people just aren't eating enough donuts. I just don't think that's true. Nevertheless, DNUT down about 29% this morning.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.